Omar Marmoush is currently outscoring none other than Harry Kane in the Bundesliga. That's right, the Harry Kane. And if that doesn't make you sit up and take notice, I don't know what will. This Egyptian forward has been on an absolute tear, and he's making waves across Europe, with top clubs like Manchester United, Barcelona, and Liverpool all eyeing him up. But here's the kicker. While everyone's looking at the high-profile transfers and big-money moves, Omar has quietly been putting in the kind of performances that make you wonder if he's the next big thing. So, how did he get here? Okay, before we talk about how this guy is dominating the Bundesliga and turning heads across Europe, let's take a quick look at his roots. Omar Marmoush wasn't born in the glitzy streets of Europe or any fancy football academy. Nah, this guy grew up in Cairo, Egypt. Just another kid with big dreams of one day making it to the world stage. He joined the Wadi Degla Youth Academy, one of the top spots for developing young Egyptian talent. And by the time he was 18, Omar made the massive decision to leave everything behind in Egypt and head to Europe. Can you imagine the guts it takes to move continents at that age, leaving your family, your home, and everything you know to chase your dream? But that's exactly what Omar did. And let me tell you, it was a gamble that paid off big time. Now, Omar didn't waltz straight into the first team at Wolfsburg, one of Germany's top clubs. He started in the reserves, working his way up and getting a taste of European football. But in 2020, the opportunity finally came. Omar made his debut for Wolfsburg. Now, it wasn't fireworks from the get-go, but you could see the potential. This was just the beginning for him, and he knew it. So, what happened next? Omar didn't stop there. In 2020, he went on loan to St. Pauli, and that's where things really started to take off. He scored his first ever senior goal in Germany, and you could see that he was beginning to find his rhythm. But Omar wasn't the type of player to rest on his laurels. He wasn't just happy with one goal, he wanted more. He knew that this was his chance to prove that he could hang with the best. In 2021, Stuttgart came calling, and this is where Omar really started to shine. His debut for Stuttgart was one for the history books. He scored a last-minute equalizer against none other than Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah, the very team he plays for now. Omar wasn't just a flash-in-the-pan guy either. He was showing consistency, and it wasn't just about the goals. He was named Bundesliga's Rookie of the Month twice, once in September 2021 and again in March 2022. That's insane for someone who was still figuring things out. But it wasn't just Germany that took notice. In October 2021, Omar scored the winning goal for Egypt in a 1-0 victory over Libya in his debut for the national team. Bam! Just like that, Omar was on the radar of top clubs all over Europe. In the 2022/23 season, he returned to Wolfsburg, and it was more of the same. Consistent, solid performances. 6 goals and 1 assist in 36 appearances. But it was when Omar made the move to Eintracht Frankfurt that things really went next level. The guy was straight up on fire. Omar hit the ground running at Frankfurt, bagging 6 goals in his first 10 Bundesliga matches. That's not just good, that's top-tier stuff. And if that wasn't enough, he scored 3 goals in just 3 appearances in the UEFA Europa Conference League. Talk about making an impact on the international stage. But here's where it gets wild. Omar showed up in the biggest of moments. In a game against Bayern Munich, a team that's one of the best in Europe, Omar scored a goal and had 2 assists in a 5-1 victory. Yeah, you read that right, 5-1, against Bayern Munich. That's a statement, my friends. Now, let's get to the 2023/24 season, because that's when things really started to heat up. Omar finished the season with 16 goals in 37 appearances, and these weren't just any goals. He bagged a brace in a 3-3 draw with Borussia Dortmund, followed by another brace against Union Berlin the very next week. And let's not forget the goal and 2 assists in an away game at Freiburg. This guy was unstoppable. And guess what? As the 2024 transfer window approached, the interest from Europe's top clubs started to ramp up. Manchester United, Liverpool, and even Barcelona were all reportedly looking at Omar as the kind of forward who could bring something different to their teams. But despite all the rumors, Omar decided to stick with Frankfurt. And you know what? That was a smart move. Staying at Frankfurt meant more time on the pitch, more opportunities to prove his worth. And that's exactly what he's done in 2024/2005. This isn't some slow build-up anymore. Omar Marmoush is absolutely flying, and he's showing the world that he's ready to compete with Europe's elite. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Why is everyone talking about Harry Kane in these big money transfers? But Omar Marmoush isn't getting the same love. It's simple, really. This guy has been quietly putting in the work in Germany, and now that his name is popping up on every top club's radar, people are starting to realize that sometimes the best players aren't the ones making the headlines every single day. While other big money signings are still finding their feet, looking at you, Rasmus Højlund, and Joshua Zirkzee, Omar has been delivering consistent performances for years. And now, in 2024, he's hitting a whole new level. Let's be real here. Manchester United should be all over this guy. They need a striker who's not just full of potential, but also someone who can deliver now. Omar has the pace, the power, and, most importantly, the goals. He's proven he can handle the pressure, and that's what top clubs need. And here's the thing, while clubs like Manchester United, Liverpool, and Barcelona are scrambling to make the big money moves, they could find a game-changing player in Omar for a fraction of the price. His reported $30 million price tag? That's an absolute bargain for someone of his caliber. Let's talk about what really makes Omar Marmoush stand out. It's not just his goals. Yeah, the guy knows how to find the back of the net, but it's his versatility that makes him so dangerous. He's not just a winger or a striker. He can play across the attack, whether it's on the left, right, or through the middle. This dude is a constant threat. If you try to pin him down to one position, forget it. He'll find a way to cause problems wherever he plays. And what about his mentality? Well, that's another big thing. Omar isn't just about himself. He's all about the team. He's known for being selfless, and if there's a better chance for a teammate, he'll pass the ball. And as Frankfurt's head coach, Dino Topmuller, puts it, he's very difficult to defend due to his pace and how fast he can run and deep. He can also sneak in from close range, take a great touch, and play some great passes. Plus, don't sleep on his work off the ball. Omar is a pressing machine. He's constantly working hard to win possession back for his team. That kind of intensity is what top clubs look for, and Omar has it in spades. Whether it's Manchester United, Liverpool, or someone else, they're all going to be looking at this guy in the coming months. But remember, at $30 million, he's a steal. He's got the pace, the skill, the versatility, and most importantly, he's proven that he can deliver in the big moments. Where do you think Omar's headed next? Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more football updates. This kid is going places, and you won't want to miss the next chapter of his journey.